Hello and welcome back to another episode of TFS. My name is Rebecca. I'm here with my co-host Chelsa.
Hi.
And we have our lovely guest today, Adina, who is a belly dancer.
A beautiful belly dancer.
Our first question is, how did you get into belly dancing?
Well, I've always been a dancer. So I danced jazz, ballet, tap, modern, all of that stuff as a child and then all the way up until I believe my 20s. I always loved the Middle Eastern music. I found all of the rhythms and all of the instruments that they play so interesting. And I felt drawn to that music. So I had already been listening to it when one day my neighbor, I lived in Venice Beach, California, one day my neighbor came over to my house and she said, "Hurry up, you have to take my child. You need to take her quick because Roger will be home in an hour, but I got a gig." And I looked at her and I went, whoa, like, look at the difference in her. She's an earthy, organic kind of girl. And seeing her all decked out with her lashes, kind of similar to what I look like right now, seeing her all decked out, I was amazed. And she said, "Well, you need to come see a show sometime." So I went. So when I went to my first show and I saw her on the stage with 5 other women, all in the same type of red colored costume, all beautiness, all shapes, all sizes, some voluptuous, some very thin. When you see that music start and you see them and you see that it's an exceptional art, that these bodies are all creating shapes and they're creating shapes to that music. And it's very cool and very powerful when you see the women all together doing the same thing.
It sounds really inspirational. So that is what inspired you to become a belly dancer?
Yes, it did. So
they were belly dancing?
Yes,
they were
belly dancing, and then she taught classes, so I went to one of her classes.
Wow.
And then from that point on, I was addicted.
History.
I had to learn, and it took me many, many years to get to that point. So
Amazing. And can you tell us a little bit about the history and the background of the dance?
Well, there is a huge history behind Middle Eastern dance, but I know that a lot of people here, they believe it's, some sort of stripping or some sort of a sexual kind of a thing, and it's not. It's sensual.
It's very classy.
Very sensual, very classy. It's a lot of rhythms that you need to know. You need to know what rhythms they're playing, what you're going to dance to, and the Turks do it, Egyptians, Greek, everyone does it, and men do it, and people don't realize that.
Oh, really? I've never heard of that.
They do. They do very earthy moves where our moves are really curvaceous, and they just kind of keep their feet flat on the ground, and it's very, very earthy. But I love it.
Oh, you're amazing at it.
Well, thank you.
So have you ever danced with a group of people, or do you usually dance alone?
Well, when you're performing, you can perform in a troupe. As I was saying, the first gal that I had seen dance, my neighbor, she had a troupe called Flowers of the Desert, and they are still together actually in Los Angeles.
Wow,
and
I like the name.
Gorgeous. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. So you have to learn all of that choreography, and you all have to be on the beat and on timing, everything, just like any other kind of a dance thing. But then there's, when I perform like today, I'm going to go and do a party, and a lot of times you do solo, or sometimes they want 2 dancers, but basically it's improvisation when you're on your own, and when you're with another dancer, it should be kind of choreographed.
So how many years have you been dancing?
Middle Eastern dance, I believe, probably like 30 years. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, so there's different styles that you...
There are different styles, and I first learned from the style was Egyptian, and that was from Laura, and then Artemis, my one teacher, she was Greek styling, and then I took many dance courses, so to speak, but they're a conglomeration of all the different dancers that come from all around the world, and it's called Rakasa, and that is Rakasa East and Rakasa West, and I would go to these Rakasa events and study and take classes probably 8 hours a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you would dance for 8 hours straight? Or
well, you have a little break between classes.
Oh, okay.
A little lunch break. I know. It's a lot of dancing. It's a lot of education. It's a lot of money that you spend on your dance education so that you can understand the different styles and whatnot. So I'm kind of a plethora of all the styles: Greek, Turkish, Egyptian.
I really want to see you dance.
She's so graceful.
We're gonna get that on.
Egyptian dancing, smooth and small movements, and they have a big band behind them. And the Turks and the Greek gals are very earthy, and they're all over the place. It's very physical. So in my younger days, I did a lot of Turkish and Greek, and now I kind of find them favoring Egyptian styling because it's kinder to my body. It's very athletic, this dance. Wow. Very athletic.
Well, I bet. Any kind of dancing. So then, how did you both meet?
Adina, how did we meet?
We met in one of my classes I was teaching, and this beauty arrived and took several classes, and we became friends after that.
We became friends after that. Yeah, I saw her, I watched her dance, and I said, oh my God, she's so graceful and elegant and beautiful. I have to learn, you know? And I took a few classes with her, and I'm like, she's just amazing. But she hasn't been able to teach lately because she's been so busy. I want her to start teaching again.
I would definitely go to a class.
Yes.
I need to find a new studio if anybody has any ideas.
Her. She's amazing. She really is.
No, yeah, I would definitely want to. That's on my
it's
bucket
good
list.
Exercise.
I did do a hip hop class when I was younger, but
it's a good community together too. When you have all the girls coming
together. And her
together.
students all worked well together. Everybody worked well. Nobody was petty. It was just a wonderful experience in her class.
Well, it is a women's dance done by women for women. It was done back in the day in the harem, which is people call it the harem. And everybody has this fallacy of a harem, meaning all these women are lollygagging around waiting to be summoned by the prince or summoned. It has nothing to do with that. The harem or harem is that forbidden part of the home. So they have their separate entrance and exit, and that's where all the womanly things happen: bridal showers, birthing. Women would come arm in arm like this and circle the woman, and that belly roll that everybody talks about that we do has a lot to do with birthing and the contraction of the uterus from top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom. So that belly roll really is something that these women did together. So
she was actually saying something the other day to me about how it's not really natural the way women give birth nowadays.
Yes,
that
women
they did it
are
then.
laying down on a table and they're in stirrups and you're pushing the child this way when you should be really like giraffes and all the other animals on the planet and they give birth and it comes down this way. So women would squat and have their children.
Really?
And they would go arm in arm in the harem. And that harem is, like I said, that forbidden part of the household. The men never came in there. Never came into the harem. Lots of things. They drum for each other. They dance. Celebrate
so
birth.
beautiful.
Life, love.
And lovely.
It is
and
a beautiful,
sensual.
Exotic.
It's camaraderie. Women camaraderie. You know, it's just such a great thing, especially at classes. Like you said, a lot of the girls that have studied with me or under me, we've all become lifelong friends and support each other. And sometimes people would come into class and somebody would be very upset about an incident in their life, and we would all hug her, go group hug, and it's just a very, very cool,
very bonding,
very bonding experience.
I want to experience that someday.
Yeah.
Well, where's your future in belly dancing?
For me, I've been dancing for so many years that it's very athletic. I've had some back issues, foot surgery because you dance barefoot, neck because you're flinging your hair when you're dancing, your neck, your back, just all kinds of things. So I've calmed down a lot. I've given up a lot of my gigs to a lot of the younger gals, and nobody really wants an older belly dancer at some bar mitzvah for a 16-year-old. So I'll do anniversary parties now, and I'll perform at my friend's restaurant in Bethel, Lebanese cuisine, and then today I'm going to another friend's restaurant because he's doing a fundraiser. But other than that, I feel like all I really want to do is teach and still spread the word about the unity and the love and the bonding that occurs with the women and the dance and my art. Yeah.
I want to be a part of that when we get back into it.
So I got to start teaching again. I promise I will. I promise.
Yay.
I really
we'll
want
have
to
to film a part 2.
Yes, we
for
do.
Like a dancing
and everybody out
thing.
there should look around, see if they can get a studio somewhere in Milford area.
We'll be on that.
So I can teach again.
So what advice do you have for young newcomers that want to dance?
That they have to understand that it's a difficult art, that people think, oh, I want to be a belly dancer. I have so many people that have dropped right out of classes after like 5 because it's difficult.
How long is the program? I forgot.
Well, you can do a course for like 8 weeks or whatever, but it's a continual thing. You should dance constantly. It needs to be driven into your muscle memory because the music and the rhythms are all so complicated. So you have to know what a masmudi and a chiftatelli and what the rhythms are. You have to play finger cymbals, 5 to 6 different rhythms on your cymbals.
Oh my gosh.
You have to do props and have a sword on your head or flames and candles and whatnot. There's a lot to it. Veils. I did a 7 veil piece one time. Double veil going in and out of the veils. And
did you work with fire?
Yes, I work with fire too all the time. Yep.
That sounds amazing.
Wait till you see her. Wait till you see her.
So part 2, we'll do a little bit of the props and we'll do...
Maybe we can do fire.
Yeah, we could do fire. Girls, it would be so nice. We'll have such a good time for
definitely.
Sure.
So the ultimate message, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Well, the ultimate message for me in the future for me is to teach. And what I want these young people and the public to understand is that it has nothing to do with sex, that this is an art form. It's sensual and it's beautiful, but it's not about what everybody tends to think about it, the stigma behind it. And that if you really love it and you find you love the music and you love the camaraderie of the women, then I say go for it. I mean, it led to a lifelong love affair for me. So
I think if everyone took their first class with you, they would stick with it and love it because you're such an amazing teacher. You are. You're amazing.
Good energy. I like your spirit.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me on the show today.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming.
Anytime. I can't wait for part 2.
Yes. And now I gotta go because I gotta go entertain some people now. Fix my lashes.
All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.
Namaste.
Bye.